Today is December 24th, 2013, Christmas Eve, also known as my birthday. And so for a birthday supper, I decided we're going to do some barbecue. I'm going to smoke some briskets. It is snowing just a little bit, and it's also about 16 degrees out this morning, so I'm dressed warmly. So what we got here is a Brinkmann smoker. If you haven't seen these before, the way they work is you have a pan of charcoal in the bottom with wood chips on it to make the smoke, then a pan of water on top of that, and then 1 and 2 racks, and then a lid on top of that. And you can feed it through the door on the side there. I've got, of course, some Gasifier char, which will make excellent charcoal for getting this thing going. I'm not sure that I'm going to have enough, so I bought a bag of store-bought charcoal. I'll be doing a little comparison on those in a minute. And then, of course, some hickory chips. I've also got plenty of gasifier fuel around, but I wanted to make sure some of it was specifically hickory so we get that good smoke flavor. And then I got myself a little watering can that actually fits in between the slots of the racks down to fill the water pan. And that there, of course, is a charcoal chimney so I can get things started. So I'm going to get her fired up. We've got 3 briskets to smoke today. We may only get 2 on the racks, depends on how things fit. And I'll keep y'all updated. Okay, so we're ready to get started. Just wanted to compare cowboy charcoal, which is supposedly all natural lump charcoal, pretty strong stuff, not about to shatter. This is, of course, true gasifier charcoal from the wood gas truck. Stuff is feather light, just breaks up instantly. If I take a little bit of this and I can't even break it. Gee. So that is a little bit of the difference. I'm about to light this up, and I'll show you a little comparison of the two. See if I can do this with one hand here. Bear with me. I'm gonna take a little piece of this cardboard to light up the chimney with. Torch is giving me grief, it's so cold out here. There we go. Alright. That fire to go on in there. Take another little piece and keep this flame going. Cardboard may not be perfectly dry. have to get a little bit drier paper, but starting to see a little smoke at the top here. Let's see if I can get a little bit, something a little bit drier here. Old rag. Just to fuel the fire here. There we go. Alright. That should be enough to get it lit. Turn the torch off here. Alright. I will keep an eye on this. It is 10 minutes after 9 o'clock. And I'll come back to you when we've got a nice... well, we may not have to wait that long. This is looking like it's already getting lit up pretty quick. But I'll come back to you when it's nice and hot. Okay, it is now 9:15. And it's coming along very nicely. Just a little bit of smoke coming out of the top. If you look up underneath, you can see that nice little glow. Those charcoals are well lit. Under 5 minutes. Incidentally, this smells an awful lot like wood gas to me, so I'm suspecting that a lot of the smoke coming off of that is just wood gas. Which is why they tell you not to do this indoors, because that's carbon monoxide. Okay, so that batch is done. Just for comparison. Okay, so you see what that looks like. Some nice glowing coals. Everything is doing just fine. Just for comparison, I'm going to light another batch using some of this cowboy charcoal. These are bigger pieces, so I'm going to have to try to break them up a little bit. I'll leave it to you charcoal guys to tell me whether this stuff would be any good for actual motor fuel. I kind of don't think so. This looks awfully much like just kind of blackened wood. It's just barely... I'm sure they have their industrial processes set up so that whatever they can just barely call charcoal that weighs the most possible. Just look at that. It doesn't even look like... If I can get it in light here. It doesn't even really look like charcoal. I mean, it's kind of black, but you can see a lot of what looks to me like just condensed tars on there. And then it really should shatter on this sharp edge. I'm whacking it. In any case, that's what they sell you in the store. This is why we do not recommend using lump charcoal from the store. But I'll show you the difference in the way it burns. I've never burned this brand before, so we'll see. But just from the way that it looks, yeah. Alright, so there's about a canister full of it. We'll get our torch. Trying to leave it in the sunshine here so it doesn't get frozen up with me. Yeah, this cardboard's not necessarily the driest. But I'm just trying to get it to start up the charcoal at the bottom. This charcoal will probably take more work to get started. The other stuff is ready to light. Give it a good blast here. We are getting some smoke out the top. Uh-oh. I think I just froze my torch. Oh well. At least it's lit good. Getting a little smoke out the top here. Okay, so it is now 9:22, and I'll come back in about 5 minutes and we'll see what the difference is. Alright, it is 9:26, and this thing is out. Yeah, same amount of paper, same amount of charcoal, much heavier charcoal. And if you look down there, I don't know how well you can see, but it's just barely even made it turn white. I don't know if that's going to show up on the camera at all. There we go. Come on, focus. Well, anyway, next thing I'm going to do is hold the torch on it for just a minute and let you see what happens then. See if I can set this camera down. Alright, I'm just going to hold a torch to it and see if I can get this thing to light. That's a good cowboy smell, I guess. Has a very good barbecue smell. What does that tell me? Tar. I would not recommend using cowboy charcoal to run a charcoal gasifier or to start up a wood gasifier, because I can smell the tar burning off of this just plain as day. It smells good. It smells like barbecue. It'll be fine. It'll contribute to the smoking that I'm already doing. Let's see if that stays lit. I'll come back in 5 minutes, and if that lights up good, we'll add it right into the rest of the good charcoal. That'll help stretch things out a little bit. And of course, once the fire's going good, I'll just be able to add the charcoal right in there and it'll catch and start burning. I'm now going to go off and get the meat. I'm going to load this thing up and start smoking. Ah, look at that. We have not one, not two, but 3 briskets on a nice little fire. We're gonna definitely need some more charcoal in there, but that's what Cowboy brand charcoal is good for. So this is gonna sit in here most of the day. I'm gonna keep a close eye on it so that it doesn't get too hot, keep the water pan filled up, etc. And then we should have some smoked brisket. Put the lid on it here. We'll get some smoking done. I got some wood chunks here in the bag. I'm going to soak some of them to get them nice and wet so we don't burn them all up right away. Don't want any fire down there, just smoke. And we'll keep smoking away here. Alright, we are rolling, literally rolling some smoke out of here. It's just starting to get going. It is now 9:58, just about 10 o'clock. Things are heating up a little bit. Smoke is coming out. Now the thing to watch for is the temperature. We actually don't want it to get very hot. We want to make sure it stays fairly cool so that it absorbs as much smoke as possible. And then, of course, later on we'll want it to warm up just a little bit so that it can cook within a reasonable amount of time. But this is the time where it's actually absorbing the smoke. The meat is cold. The smoke is thick. It's getting thicker. And what I'm using for smoke is just some of this wood here. I have not put in the hickory yet. It smells good. I mean, it's not that classic barbecue smell just yet. I should probably go ahead and put some of these in anyway. But the idea is just to make some smoke, because any smoke is going to have a pretty good flavor. It is hardwood. Like I said, it's 10 o'clock. I'll keep you posted throughout the day. Sun's starting to come out, finally. Maybe melt off a little bit of the skiff of snow we got last night. And I'll check back later. We're smoking right along here. It's time to check on everything. Right in the warm zone. Somewhere right between 80 and 170. But that's all we want. We don't want it to get too hot right now. Let's take a peek in here and see what we're doing. Get the wind to cooperate a little bit. I don't know if you can see in there or not. Okay, so I've got some wood. It's burning all right. Making plenty of smoke, of course. You can hear it sizzling. I can hear it sizzling. I don't know if you can hear anything from this wind. Doing good. I gotta try to check the water level. So what I'm gonna do is just take a piece of paper. Oop, flaming up there a little bit. Yeah, flame is not good. We don't want much of a flame. I'm gonna have to throw some wet chips on there to dumb that down a little bit. I'll dip this in and see if I can check the water level. Okay, as far as I'm dipping that down, there's not much water in there, so I need to add quite a bit of water and get some wet chips on this. And of course the time is 10:52, so it's been going for about an hour.